a while. But I am back to give you a not 1 year update because I didn't take initial pictures from when I like really cut my hair. And so I'm gonna start it off from the last video since I'm wearing the same thing, so you can see the difference. So this is kind of a 10-month update instead. Basically, just from the time that I actually cut my hair, it was way too short to leave it curly. It just looked crazy and I hated it. So I straightened it constantly, like every single day, until it grew long enough for me to leave it curly. And then once I was comfortable with the length that it was curly, that's when I made my curly hair fro video. So that's where I'm starting this off from. But overall, it's been a year since I chopped off like 14 or 15 inches off of my hair. And yeah, so let's do a recap. I have a really short attention span when it comes to my hair. I get impatient sometimes and I get bored, so I've cut it before, I've colored it, it's been black, it's been brown, it's been blonde, it's been red, blue, and then finally the ombre purple to blue. I haven't always been nice to it either. It's just my hair is really durable and strong and they can handle all of the abuse that I've been doing so far. So I just kind of went wild and crazy with it. About 2 years ago, I decided to go completely natural. As in just better things going in my body, better food, more water. And so I wanted to transition from the processed things I put in my hair, since I got rid of the processed things I put in my stomach. So I basically started that journey with you guys, and I kind of switched to the more holistic herbal things to you know, use to nourish and, you know, restore my hair back to health. I will tell you, in the past, like from what I thought the healthy stage of my hair was, really wasn't as great as, you know, I generally thought it was, because I see the difference now from what I'm doing since I've stopped straightening my hair, because I would usually only straighten it during the winter time, and it's just been years and years and years and years and years of too much heat, too many products, bleaching, coloring, and all of that stuff. So you can kind of see the difference in like my videos from like 2015 compared to, you know, after a good while of using like the henna and the brahmi and the coconut oil and olive oil and all of that stuff in my hair. Once I did transition, my hair did become a lot thicker, more healthy looking, and just strong overall, and I was really happy with it. The only thing that I was doing to my hair really was just coloring it, because I absolutely love the color and I wasn't ready to let it go. My hair really did stop shedding, but I did notice whenever I did color my hair, it just would shed a lot, and I wouldn't color it all of the time. It would be like once a month, so I guess that would be often, but not. I would just see it come out. So it was getting thicker and longer, but every time I colored my hair, I would just lose more and more. So it was kind of counterproductive for what I was, you know, going for. So I decided to stop coloring it and be completely just non-abusive, and I wouldn't touch it at all. And so this leads us to January of 2017, where I decided to go back to black, let my regular hair grow out, and just let that be that. And my impatience got the best of me. I didn't get what I needed to get, like the proper things, so I ended up coloring it without using the activator. So I just basically put the chemical part in my hair without the thing to make it change color. And I waited a day or two, and normally I would wait a week or so, like much longer, and then I just broke down and I got a regular box dye from the supermarket, and that ruined my hair. So I had to chop it all off. Even then, I honestly truly didn't need to do that, because I completely forgot when you do use henna, it makes your hair so strong that it feels brittle. And yes, the color and the dye did make my, like, it changed like the structure of my hair kind of, and it just made it feel really icky. But if I would have waited and been patient, like more than I was, I would have been okay. But it's okay because the nape of my hair was really growing a lot from all of the things I was doing, so it was like here and then here, like you could tell the difference. Like it looked bad, so I was gonna cut it anyways. At first I was okay with the length and cut that I did initially, and you know, my video showing you my final look of after I chopped it all off. But the more I washed my hair, the more the black faded out and it shifted back into this shade that you see now. But because I had blue dye in my hair, it changed to green. It was a weird, ugly brown / green tint to it, and I absolutely hated it. I tried not to do anything, and I tried to, like, you know, stay away from it, but I couldn't help it, which is why I cut it even more, and I didn't record the length I actually cut it to. But basically when it was straight, it was about here. And when I wet my hair, it just shrunk, and I hated the way it looked. So I straightened it every day until it grew long enough for when I was okay with it curling. And then since I was okay at that point, I didn't do anything. I only straightened my hair maybe 3 times out of the whole year. Once was for pictures. Another, I was going to do like a half-year update to show you the different lengths, and I just didn't record. And then I think the last time I was just really sick, and it was really cold outside, so I didn't want to get even more sick, so I straightened it, you know, for that. Other than that, I haven't done anything, and I did cut it maybe 2 inches or so throughout the span of the year, just for split ends maybe, and also just it was growing weird, like a weird triangle, and I liked how I cut it in the first place, like the layered, so that's what I did. I'm still coping with the length that it is now. It now feels weird to me seeing like old videos and pictures and stuff with my hair really long. I don't really remember what it looked like with it like that long. I'm kind of used to this now, but I still don't really like it. I haven't really done much to it. I can't really do much to it like I used to, but you know, I don't know. But at least I can put it in a ponytail. For a good while I couldn't, and it just was driving me crazy, like in my face. Like it is in my face now, but I have the ability to move it out of my face if I wanted to. So length check, basically this is the length when I cut it. It was this long when it was straight, so it's grown maybe like, I would say roughly about like 10.5 inches in the span of a year. Since I've been trimming and cutting the color out, you can't really see the full effect of how much it truly has grown. I'm not gonna go into detail with my routines and every little thing that I'm doing to grow my hair out in this video, but I will later on in a different video, so I guess look out for that. I just wanted to let you know, well, just to say hi, because it's been months since I've been on this channel, but don't worry, I will be back and, you know, doing more content for this specific channel. I mainly am on my main channel, so if I'm not here, I'm always over there, so you can check out Kandy Cost. I will leave the link in the description below, so you can go over to my main channel and subscribe if you're not subscribed to. And if you're not subscribed, why can't I say subscribe? If you are not subscribed to this channel, please do so as well. I can't think of anything else to say really, other than have a wonderful night, morning, evening, or afternoon whenever you're watching, and I'll see you lovelies next